Osheru. Owasaye, Omobani, Osheru. Owasaye, Osheru.
Oya akéde, mo fẹ́ délé bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ.
Omobani,
Bàbá mi ò gbànígbà ní ojú ọ̀nà ó ṣe gbámú. Òsán-gìrì la-gìrì, ọ̀làgìrì làgà. Akọ́kọ́ arẹ́rẹ́ o. Bàbá mi ò wọ kẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ jẹjọ. Jagunmọ́ lòdì ọ̀rọ̀, apá láti jó tọ̀hún tọ̀hún.
Technology is now seen as a must-have in businesses. With the right technology tools, you get to stand out as a reliable organization and make everyone efficient and productive across board. We understand that most organizations are investing in technology and doing the best they can to make it work for everyone. But they are also finding it challenging to get the solution that will solve their most critical business needs. As a multiple award-winning, agile and innovative leader in the IT marketplace, Hashem Limited knows what it means to take time to identify your pain points and recommend products and services that fit your business need. We do not only pride ourselves as a one-stop shop offering a plethora of IT products and services that can drive growth and productivity in your organization. We also boast of dedicated, passionate, and experienced team members. Our comprehensive engagement model and governance framework are also designed to optimize your software portfolio across your organization. This unique approach gives you access to business analysts, solutions architects, product specialists, project managers, developers, and key resources to help inform great decision making. Above everything and anything else, we are the IT partner you can trust to make your business dreams realizable. Convinced yet? Perhaps our website can tell you a lot more than I have done in 2 minutes. Check us out on www.hashem.com. Oh, one more thing. We are as social can be, keeping you updated on the newest technology trends. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook.
My name is Temitope Aziz. I work with Lag CBT18 as a test administrator TCA.
For over 7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, agile scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. McInTouch Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. McInTouch Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintouch.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bamachili Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
Alarape, and I would like to tell you a bit about Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies. Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies has a vision to make the world a better place through technology, and that's what we live in and out as our culture. We start from Nigeria here. We have a crop of professionals who ensures that quality is ingrained in every service we offer. Definitely using IT technology to solve human problem and making life of everyone better. We do this across different verticals: healthcare, medical, oil and gas. It is time for you to transform your business, get the required insight, and take your business to the next level. You can give it a try by visiting our website at www.rugbysolutions.com/BSM.
Welcome to the Pride of Symbols, a people driven by the passion for excellence and the courage to take on big challenges and see them through. With integrity of mind and systems, our words, structures, and processes are always dependable. We are proud of who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Firm is our commitment to the vision to build a globally recognized distribution company and to become a key driver of trade revolution across Africa. We have been empowered to make products and services accessible, affordable, and usable across Africa by building an efficient distribution network, and to remain the market benchmark for dynamism, efficiency, and competitiveness. We are rulers. We provide order. With confidence, enthusiasm, and wit we speak. The vulnerable and voiceless we empower. This is me. This is TD Africa. We rule. We conquer. We are Simba.
Alarape, and I would like to tell you a bit about Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies. Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies has a vision to make the world a better place through technology, and that's what we live in and out as our culture. We start from Nigeria here. We have a crop of professionals who ensures that quality is ingrained in every service we offer. Definitely using IT technology to solve human problem and making life of everyone better. We do this across different verticals: healthcare, medical, oil and gas. I wait. It is time for you to transform your business, get the required insight, and take your business to the next level. You can give it a try by visiting our website at www.rugbysolutions.com/BSM.
Digitization simplifies the way we collect data. Organizations collect data from multiple touchpoints to enable them to make effective, profitable, data-driven decisions. Yet, a lot of data just sits there. Why? Well, organizations operate two systems: operational or transaction systems and analytic systems. Operational systems are data repository, where you execute business processes. Analytic systems are where you make sense of your data and evaluate business processes. Analysts spend 80% of their time cleaning and preparing data to update routine reports, and only 20% of their time truly brainstorming on the numbers and extracting insight from that data. The result? Less time to ask the right questions about their data, and less time to pull variable insights that can improve your bottom line. At D. Brown Consulting, we have a better approach. We empower you to extract insights from your data at the speed of thought. We employ a curated methodology that simplifies the analytic build process to eliminate technical friction, making it easier for everyone in your organization to get the exact data they need securely. The best part? All of this can be done without relying on overburdened IT teams. D. Brown Consulting offers consultancy services in building, reporting, and analytics systems. As Microsoft Gold partners, we offer business process automation solutions with no-code and low-code applications, chatbots, and robotic process automation engines, and financial modeling services. We visualize our reports, dashboards, and analytics using the principles defined by the International Business Communication Standards, IBCS. The use of standardized notation eliminates ambiguity and ensures consistency in the design of your visualizations for more effective data storytelling. Are you looking to achieve more with your data? Contact us today. Visit dbrownconsulting.net.
Welcome once again to another section right here at MCTNAIJA African Master Program, which is actually a program to promote grassroots innovation, how we can get on board. And it's a time where we need to understand ourselves and how we can crave to make a change to our own world. And before we go, we'd like to appreciate all our our want to thank all our supporters, all our sponsors, all those that have guided us through the journey. The first of all, want to thank Microsoft. Microsoft has been great, just as we are thanking every other sponsor like the Brown, like Asham, like Macintosh, like Rugby Business Solution, like Go Virtual in Jaws, and also every other sponsor, every other like TD Africa. They have been our journey for 2 years, supporting our community and helping us out and making us to stand tall when it comes to what we are doing best. We say thank you and welcome. We also want to thank a great man. We want to thank Ola Music that have been able to help us to use his video and his audio to run on our mentorship event. He has given us an handshake. He has powered our own event by allowing us to use his music. We say, Olami, thank you for your time and thank you for giving us that space in your environment and making us to use your music to power our events. Now, why are we here? The truth is that the program, we call it a movement, is to be able to bring connection between connect ourselves to what we do, especially when it comes to IT industry. Sorry, I think I got off for some time the other time, so I'll take it again. Um, we are here to ensure that we expose ourselves to the new offering in terms of the cloud technology. And we are seeing from the window perspective, also navigating not only from window, looking at other cloud platform that is making change, another change in the tech industry. We also know that digitalization had cut across process automation, cut across everything we do from the beginning of our process enablement to the point of execution. So we also have that in mind to showcase that. So I have um, I have someone here that is great that is also joining me here. Her name is Olana. Olana, welcome on this day. How are you? We can hear you.
Ah, I'm muted. I am very well.
Okay.
How are you?
So how are you today?
Very well. Today has been good. I mean, it's a rainy day.
So I was saying that the program actually has developed. Mind you, we have a guest. We are waiting for the guest, but apparently, I think he said he has an emergency. So
Okay.
we just have to go on with the program and ensure that every other person is really available. So, Olana, I was saying earlier that we are in an era that is a multi-cloud environment where things are rapidly changing, and uh, that is just the twist that we have, and that is one of the things that we want to really bring to the people. So, with the cloud-enabled environment, what are you seeing the next future that is going to be the rollout of change that we're going to see?
Well, I mean, like a few people would say recently that the only blocker you have it's your imagination because a lot of things has been made possible, right? You just have to think
Mm,
it to get it done, honestly. So I just feel like the cloud has really made a lot of things possible. The cloud has put it in our hands to ensure that whatever it is that we think, whatever it is that we want to do as an individual, as a group, that we really can achieve this. So impossibility
mm,
is a thing of the past when it comes to technology. Yeah, that's basically what I
mm,
think. Everything is moving in a really fast pace, and by even struggling to catch up, honestly.
mm. So you mentioned being in a fast space. That shows us that whether we like it or not, and that direction is the direction of change.
Are you there, Shay? Hi, Shay. Oh, okay. So I think she's having a bit of network challenge.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
okay,
think
you're
I'm
back.
having a very, very bad network today.
Yeah, the
That's the
weather
third
is
time I'm
terrible,
doing
so I can
it's
imagine.
terrible over here. Mine is raining heavily over here in
Yeah,
Lagos
it
and
is.
Nigeria. And unfortunately, most of our network are depending on weather. So we're sorry if we go off. We were saying something before I went offline that we have a challenge at hand, and that challenge is that technology is changing. A way by which we can actually guide ourselves against this and move with the trend is to join certain group. And that's why we have several user groups that we have out there. They are primarily focused on certain products. We have the one that is focused on Azure. We have the one that is focused on Microsoft M365. We have the one that focus on Power BI, the data platform, and all the likes. And each of these group is actually helping us to steer ourselves towards this change. So, Olana, what do you feel that we can do more? Everybody out there might be waiting to hear this. How can how can we use the community? Our storyline this series is our journey and the community. Um, so if you are joining us, we have a call from the speaker. He said he has an emergency. He has not joined us. Hopefully, we believe he's going to join us before the end of today. But if not, we're just talking about how we can actually achieve more with the change. So, Olana, what do you think we can do um, to be able to blend with this current change? Because it is very, very glaring that if you are not careful, so many of us might be.
Oh dear. So I think we lost you again, Shay. But I'm just going to quickly speak to that, right? So I do not think that the fact that things are moving really quickly, that it is a challenge, right? I think it's an opportunity, or it gives each and every one of us an opportunity to be able to express ourselves better. So I think most of what we have to be concerned about is keeping up with the change in technology. So right now there is a whole lot to learn. There is always something changing. There is always one or two updates on existing technology. There are always new technologies popping out here and there. So you really just need to pick a niche and run with it, right? What is that thing that you've always dreamed about? What is that solution that you've always wanted to work on, right? So if you have something that you've always wanted to work on, something that you've always planned to put together, I think this is like the right time. In fact, there is no right time. This is a great time to be able to do that because all the technology you need is out there in your fingertips. And the great thing about this is most of this technology are freely accessible, right? Take for instance, you don't even need to be a high-end software developer to be able to build a product, right? These are things that you can do with low code technologies. And even if you really need to code and you're just new to coding, you're like a newbie on the block, these are things that you can do with technology such as ChatGPT to help you or to lead the way in coding, right? So, like I said before now, you just need to conceive the idea and it's as good as done. So that's really what I think. And these communities are here to really help us start up. They are here to give us, I think, the initial list that we need to get started in any of these tech areas. So you just need to find an interest, look at what you've always wanted to work on, pick a community, join one, try to get one or two people on board, and I mean you're good. You're good to go.
Um, we are very right, and the fact is that you preempt what is going to happen. You start
Mhm.
building yourself towards it, and from what you said, um, you start changing with the course of time. Now, the storyline of the speaker or the person who want to bring on call today was actually someone that was far away from technology, was just inspired when he was driving a cab, and someone was working in Microsoft in Seattle, and they was telling him that it's possible to go into IT, and he took it as a challenge. I just pray that you could join us before the close of the call so that we can actually get to know his story. And
Mm.
that is just the major thing here. How do you
Oh dear, seems to lost Shiggy again. Hi Shiggy, are you there? Okay, so she was basically trying to give us a little brief about our guest before he arrives. One moment.
sorry, my network again, and
Yeah, so I
it
was
has
just also
been
trying to give the people a bit of brief
okay.
on our guest before he arrives. But I
Okay.
mean, you
Uh,
were trying to do that, so you can just go ahead.
okay. I have it uploaded already. It's
Okay.
just to get it on. Okay. So, wow. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Not yet.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, it's up.
it's up now. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So maybe we just move. David's on the call. Maybe David can just talk to us about security on AI and AI while we we'll introduce our guest later.
Hello,
David?
hello, hello. Hello, are you
Yeah.
able to hear me?
Yes.
Hi, hello everyone. Hello, Sasha here. Hello, Madam Alana. Nice to be here again.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Sheyi, so tell me, what do you want to know about
Yes.
AI and security?
We started earlier, me and Lana, when the guest got a message from the guest that he has an emergency. He might not be able to join us now. So with that, we just started discussing changes that is happening in the cloud environment. How do we make us ourselves relevant? And we mentioned one way is to be able to build a capacity towards multi-cloud knowledge. And one thing that the driver now is AI, open AI, ChatGPT.
Hmm,
So our question is, how secure are we when we are deploying this solution across the cloud venture?
hmm,
So that's the innovation discussion we want to look at. How do we do that?
yeah, yeah. So before I answer that, first of all, let me just get like what are your thoughts? So yourself and Alana, I'm interested in hearing what are your thoughts in terms of the impact that AI could potentially have. So let me give you like an example scenario, right? Let me give you an example scenario. So Mr. Sheyi, yourself and myself were both um, at the Microsoft Build conference, right?
Yeah.
And one of the presentation that we saw was that developers, and actually I saw like a more updated one, right? But developers that are leveraging technologies like GitHub Copilot, right, in writing their code, you'll see that about 50% or 60% of code that they're writing is no longer something that's written by them. It's written by the technology, by AI, by Copilot. And business people, may look at that and think what that means is potentially I don't need 50% of the workforce. I can get the same thing done with half of the workforce that I currently have. So that's one of the fears that people have when they think about AI in this respect. So, and another question that I've also heard is this. So, let's say, Mr. Is like I've not like really worked with like the Go programming language, right? However, I can go over to a tool like GitHub Copilot and say, "Hey, help me to translate this Python code, right? Give me the Go equivalent of that." And it will do probably like a good job that can get me started, maybe like about 80% of that. I just need to make a few changes and then everything goes ahead and everything starts working. Is that for new people that are starting up, like, what would you recommend in terms of how they begin to take advantage of these tools in terms of learning? So, but the first one in terms of, the fear that people have in terms of if this is able to achieve about 50% of what I'm currently doing, that means there'll be less of me needed. There'll be less of this role needed in the future. What do you say to someone like that?
Uh, okay, let me ladies first. Olana, you can.
Put you on the spot.
Okay, so I did see a quote that said that AI would not take your job, but people who use AI will, right? So I just think that getting things done faster, I think that is good,
Hmm,
right? I see it as a win-win for us all. It means that we are able to, so for me, it basically means that we're able to build smarter solutions.
hmm,
We're able to build more efficient solutions. There are lots of products out there that you see tons of bugs, they're not working as they should, right? So if I had taken 2 years to build that product and I still have a lot of issues, with the help of ChatGTP and rest, with the help of OpenAI, I'm able to build that product in same 2 years, but it works efficiently.
hmm.
That is how
Yeah.
I see it,
Yep.
right? So basically, that's it for me. I do not think that it's here to take up all of the jobs. I think it's here to improve how we work.
Hmm,
It's here to make us to help us work smarter
hmm,
as against
hmm.
working hard. right? That is basically what my thoughts are. It can
Yeah.
quickly point you in the right direction. Honestly, I'm one of those people that believe that you need to know what you're doing to even leverage these tools. You need to be able to understand its output. You need to be able to know how to query it, how to issue your prompts to get the right kind of output. So that skill set is still needed. It's just applicable in the way you work. It makes you more productive, it makes you more efficient, it makes you work smarter as against harder,
Hmm.
right? I think that's basically how I see it.
Hmm. Yes. What about Mr. Sheyi? What do you think? What's
I'll follow in the same perception that Olana has, that generally this is not a, a process or a system that want to make man incapable. Now, in my own perception, I'm going to look at it from the the generative AI perspective. Now, most of the build of OpenAI, ChatGPT, whether it's 3.0, 3.5, that was deployed out there, they make reference to building up an AI that can only be prompted by what you want. Now, even from programming, I want to achieve this. Although it might also make some champion out of nobody, people that are not really skilled in some technology can become a great man, a champion out there, because ChatGPT or the co-pilot can just help to build the infrastructure, ensure that you have every right code you need. But notwithstanding, the area I'm coming out from, or where I'm getting to, is that with the capability of the current AI platform, which is generative AI, you can stand in between AI and as an engineer, which is the prompt engineering that is coming in. Prompt engineering is like a guide. So if you're a software, you are skilled in software skill, you can actually guide your OpenAI development and the process to be able to direct to what you need to do and how you need to get about it. So it's not really taking you out of the equation, it's just making you to be there and ensuring that you're directing the AI to the point, which was different from the AI we have before. The AI we have is a program that is already pre-modeled with certain deliverables, certain program that you have already set in place one way or the other as a process. But this is now, there is a platform. You can direct and guide it. And that means, as Olana said, you build smarter invention. Innovation will be easy, but also it also requires you to skill more in order to stand in between AI and your process.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So my own view is sort of like, I'm sort of like in the middle. I'll tell you my own view of that. So my own view is, I think it can definitely, and it's proven to be a tool that can definitely make people more efficient in being able to achieve results quicker, faster, in a much more efficient way. Right. However, I still see that risk from the perspective that potentially organizations could see that as being, we need less of this group of people. So if you think about it, like things that you typically delegate to like a younger developer to use to learn, right? They say, hey, I'm senior developer, I'm busy with this one, this one, this one, this one. Can you help me to go tidy up that one, that one, that one, that one, that one? Now you can put that to AI becomes your junior developer, right?
Yeah.
Like, tidy that up for me. Boom, 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 boom. So now the person that's coming in, you're like, hey, are you like a senior person that can find like the flaws in whatever the AI creates? So that's the thing that I'm not sure where that's going to lead to, but I sort of like take the perspective of, it's not something I can control anyway, right? So that's what I tell people. If people ask me, like younger people are like, hey, do you think there'll still be need for as much developers in the world, with all this stuff that come out? Like there's certain things you can control, there's certain things you can't control. That's out of my control. So I'll say, just do your best to still get skilled up. Do your best to understand how to leverage this technology. Do your best to grow further and maybe develop yourself to be maybe like someone much more senior role. And that's what you can control and focus on that. And we're all in this together. I'm not sure where that ends up, but but we can only do what we can do. So that's all like my own view at the moment.
Yeah,
So
so yeah, I think upskilling is key, right? So I think this would also just open up other opportunities, right? There are job roles that did not exist about 10 years ago. There are job roles that did not exist about 5 years ago, right? But right now, we see that these things exist. We see that you have to acquire new skill sets to be able to fit into those roles. So I also feel like, yes, it might be, uh, would I say, taking out some roles. Yes, a couple of people will be replaced, absolutely. But then again, it would open up new opportunities for people who are willing to upskill, people who are willing to move forward, right? There are a lot of people that have been replaced in their roles. Um, Secretaries, even analysts in organizations. We have people who in an organization their role is basically to compute tax. But then you have this ERP solution who does everything, compute tax
yeah,
and compute every other thing in the accounting in the
yeah,
accounting sphere. And most
yeah,
of those people's role just went obsolete. It was no longer required. So
yeah,
if those people had upskilled, they were BI roles, they were data engineer roles, they were software engineer roles, there are a whole lot of things that are currently in need. Organizations are in their need of them, but there are no skilled labor to actually take up those roles. So I think the same thing is going to happen, right? I think that more opportunities would come up, and then there would still be less skilled people to take up those opportunities. So you're worried that, oh, this is going to cause a disruption. Yes, it's going to cause a disruption, but what are you doing to remain relevant? So I think that should be like the question.
yeah. And speaking about skilling, so another thing that I've sort of like heard in feedback from people is, someone spoke to me the other day and it's like, David, how do you keep up? Like, look at all, I mean, again, Sasha, even we had built together. How many announcements did Satya mention? He said about 500 announcements in this one.
It's
Now,
crazy.
since built and now, how many announcements has been made? Probably 200 more. And it was like, how does someone keep up? I mean, that is probably a lot of human created changes that we're trying to keep up with. Now, in a world where we have AI to accelerate even further, to create changes even quicker, how
Yeah.
do you both keep up with the massive amount of changes that's going on in your different areas? Like, how do you keep up with that?
So I think it's all about picking a niche for me, right? I talked about the different roles in data that popped up only recently and even in software engineering, right? Before now, there aren't a lot. But right now you would see people say, oh, I'm a data scientist, I'm a data analyst, I'm a data engineer, oh, this is what I do in the data space. And you're like, oh, okay, that exists, right? So I just think that it is great to just pick a niche. You see people say, oh, I'm a software developer. Some people say, oh, I'm just a front end developer, or I only write in XYZ language. And somebody is saying, oh, I also build application, but I'm not familiar with any of these software development languages. And I'll be like, oh, okay, and you're a software developer. Yeah, I'm a no code, low code developer, right? There are different kinds. So I just think that picking a niche, focusing on one, you would be able to keep up, and you would know when it's time to actually. I don't want to use jump ship, but yeah, you would know when it's time to jump ship. You would know when it's time to look at other solutions or other technologies, or just move on. It's just like somebody that was very good in Excel, right? And you're keeping up with Excel and everything that Excel does. And in the advent of Power BI and other BI tools, you still remained in using just Excel. No, you should know when to move on to say, okay, yeah, I am great at analyzing data with Excel, but right now I think I need to go into Power BI because it's the next big thing, right? Then you build your skill on Power BI. You're not all over the place. You're not a SQL god, you're not a SQL genius, but you're keeping up with analytics. And now there is Fabric, right? Of course, Power BI is going to remain relevant for some time, but then again, everything is being integrated. There is Synapse, there's Fabric. How do you move on? How do you upskill? Upskilling is really important.
Mm.
And with Fabric, there are a whole lot of different moving parts there. So you don't have to learn the entire stack. You also just need to pick a niche and focus on it.
Mm.
That's really what I think. How we can keep up.
Yeah, nice.
So, for what I'm getting from both of you is that we are an era that you keep learning, you continue to learn, you don't stop
Absolutely,
learning.
absolutely.
And I think the question they asked David is valid. How do you keep up?
Yeah, and it's very it's even from like what I see, like even like in my own area, um, it's the pace, right? And I get when the young guy asked me the question, I get what he was talking about because it's the pace of changes. It's like, oh, there's now this one, there's now this one. Because typically, you know, in the past, I'll give people recommendation. I'll say, you don't really know it until you've used it and
Mm.
until you've tested it and practiced it. But then I guess the young guy was looking at me and is like, David, like in the past 3 weeks, we've probably had like about 20 changes. How do I test out
Wow.
and use all these 20 changes to, it's like, David, how do I keep up with all of this stuff? It's a bit tough for me, to keep up with all of this stuff. So, and I guess that's where the question is coming from. So, I guess like I also echo like what Alana says in terms of like picking an area. Uh, but one of the things that I'll say to that is one of the things that helps me a lot is attending events and attending conferences. Because
Mhm.
now I'll tell people now my advice may change later. I'll probably tell people it's probably not possible for you to get hands-on with every single change that's going on
Mm.
because there's just so many. However, you just need enough awareness to know what could potentially be useful. So, and one of the best ways to get all of those is make sure that you have key conferences that you go to where you network with other professionals, whether peers and seniors and other people like in the industry to keep getting like all this new feed of what is going on in the industry, which direction is the industry going. So I think for me, attending events, attending conferences is one of a big part of how I try to keep up with like things is what I'll say.
Yeah.
What?
And
Yeah, go ahead, Alana, Sasha. You wanted to say something?
yeah, that was what we started with when we mentioned a way by which we can continue with the space of change is to join a very active user group. And a user group that have over 200 people, at least not all of them will, at least all of them will have some specialization. One person might be Synapse, one might be Fabric. And when you come together, you start beginning to, because now you cannot be an island on your own. You need to collaborate. You need to understand people. You need to get people to give you advice on that because it is very, very, very volatile now the way changes are. And I don't know. That's something maybe we should do a section where we have uh, we call people call in and start telling us what they feel about the change in technology and what we because it's now going to be if you are not skilled, you'll be out there without job. You must be skilled.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, and again, like it's one that like to your point, one must be ready in sort of like the role that we're in. One must be ready to move around and explore and
mm,
know when it's time to like what what I'll use Alana's words now, jump ship.
Yeah.
I know when to transfer to something to a particular field or to a particular area and all the other stuff. And another key part of that is also just keeping in touch with the job market. So, like, one of the things I tell people that I speak with is, when was the last time you had a look and see what are the jobs out there, right? And one of the things that you find out is that very few people do that. Just have a look. Where exactly are even people advertising on out there? What are they talking about that they need, out there? I like to know what was, Sasha, you mentioned earlier. People were started paying people like $200,000 for being a prompt engineer. It's like, what is this prompt engineering stuff that is coming up? Maybe just keeping an eye on it on the left hand side and think maybe this is a potential area that I can get into early, right? Where there is not as much people like in that at the moment, where I could find like a unique niche. So you have to keep checking what exactly is going on, what's trending, where is the trend going in the industry. A lot of time in life, we tell people, don't follow trends. In our industry, you have to be aware of the trends, and you have to know when it's time. When it's time to, move towards a particular trend.
So IT now is more of you building, not just about learning, also keep up with the trend. Because if you don't know what is happening, you might easily be thrown out of the circle. So everybody needs just to keep up with the trend, and that's one thing. So we also got some information by other guests that they are not able to join. We have heavy storm here in Africa, and both of them might not be able to join. So it might just be three of us in the studio, and I think we should just go and see our mentors while we wait. Let's just run our mentor video to see all our mentors. And the essence of this is to be able to communicate that there are several people out there, as we said, that are experts that you can connect to. If you have one of them, just do a snapshot of the person, then try to connect with the person on LinkedIn and try the conversation. These are experts that have been with us, spoken at our events, and they are willing to mentor you. So we're going to run the video of mentorship now in the next few minutes. Grab the one you want, and we'll come back after that.
Moses was a man with consistency to your plan and will. Me want to see you be my beginning. I should be a genesis. Give me revelation to function as people remedy. I want get wisdom, knowledge like Solomon. Solution to what's problem, Baba, please make me the one. Joshua led the Israelite to their promised land. Teach me song that gives faith to make people stand. Teach me how to lean on you like David did. So when I'm in trouble and in struggle, you go be my shield. Christ is the perfect man. I want to live like, please make I get better. Legacy to leave behind. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like. One live good and well till my whole days. Make people they feel your anointing when I'm on the stage. I pray for more of you, God, and less of me. Anywhere you want me to go, Baba, carry me. I go be fool if I did look better, only me. Minister, good worshiper, that's what I be. To be a good father to my own child, a beautiful loving husband to my own wife. Make I see your face, I sing clearly to follow you. was a man with consistency to your plan and will. Me want to see you be my beginning. I should be a genesis. Give me revelation to function as people remedy. I want get wisdom, knowledge like Solomon. Solution to what's problem, Baba, please make me the one. Joshua led the Israelite to their promised land. Teach me song that gives faith to make people stand. Teach me how to lean on you like David did. So when I'm in trouble and in struggle, you go be my shield. Christ is the perfect man. I want to live like. Please make I get better. Please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like. One live good and well till my whole days. Make people they feel your anointing when I'm on the stage. I pray for more of you, God, and less of me. Anywhere you want me to go, Baba, carry me. I go be fool if I did the great, only me. Minister, good worshiper, that's what I be. To be a good father to my own child, a beautiful loving husband to my own wife. Make I didn't see your face, I seen clearly to follow you. Moses was a man with consistency to your plan and will. Me want to see you be my beginning. I should be a genesis. Give me revelation to function as people remedy. I want get wisdom, knowledge like Solomon. Solution to what's problem, Baba, please make me the one. Joshua led the Israelite to their promised land. Teach me song that gives faith to make people stand. Teach me how to lean on you like David did. So when I'm in trouble and in struggle, you go be my shield. Christ is the perfect man. I want to live like. Please make I get better. Please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like. Me want live good and well till my whole days. Make people they feel your anointing when I'm on the stage. I pray for more of you, God, and less of me. Anywhere you want me to go, Baba, carry me. I go be fool if I did the great, only me. Minister, good worshiper, that's what I be. To be a good father to my own child, a beautiful love.
Yeah, welcome back, and I hope you have seen someone that you can connect to. You can just take a snapshot of this, connect with the person, and build yourself up. We're an era that we need ourselves, and we have community all over the country, across West Africa, Ghana, and some other West African country, which we are going to add in our next edition. But for us here, we have what we call MCTNAIJA User Group, and there are several outshoots of it. We have the one that's streamlined to certain product group, like we have the one for security, and the one for security majorly deal with security issue, how you can build capacity towards that. We have the user group that concentrate on the Azure which is actually built on establishing facility and increasing knowledge towards Azure, which is Microsoft Cloud Platform. We have the one for I think I've lost again. Hello, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, Shay, go ahead. You're still here.
So we have others like the one for Azure, which take care of the Azure platform. We have a user group which take care of the M365. We have the Power Platform. We have MCTNAIJA Data Platform, which is a combination of data platform and also AI. We have also a user group that take care of majorly our approach when it comes to developing ourselves towards Power Platform. And each of these environment is to cater for us. And that's why we said in this changing environment, changing world, you need to get yourself in any of the user group and get to know these people, get to attend their program and get to know what they are doing. And there are several activity that is out there that is happening in the user group. We also have the women wing of it, which is called Tech Silas. I think they are celebrating 3 years now. You can also join them if you're a woman and you want to go into technology. This is a very good place for you to start. Then apart from that, we have several activity happening every week. Azure community have started a series to develop skilling towards DevOps.
I think Sasha's connection dropped. So I think there is a Microsoft 365 community, and there's also the Dynamics 365 community, and there's the Niger Data Platform community that meets on weekends. They have like a weekend training series, which I'm not so sure if it's still going on or if it's something that's paused for now. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, my connection again. I really apologize for that. So I think the Niger Data Platform has started a new training series that they call something. Sorry, I'll get the name. Flex or it's called Data Flex, where they want Data Fluence 2023, where they want to look at data engineering, data science together, and they're bringing so many experts to come and speak to us on that. So if you want to check on that, you can check on that. Then we have other activity. David Okaede also do a series with some security experts across Africa. Is every week. Please try to look out for him, join him, and try to check on how you can actually onboard yourself towards that. And I think other activity that we M365 also have a series they are doing every week, and those series is to empower us also about the new technology. So with this, I think we have actually come to the end of today's activity.
I think that before we forget, I think that we have certain conferences coming up this year, right?
Okay.
We have the MCT West Africa conference coming up in September.
Yes.
Yes, and the Azure Nigeria Community Conference also coming up in September. So the MCT West Africa conference that will be happening in Abuja, I believe. Is there like a venue that's selected for that yet? Do we know? Or is that something that an announcement will come up later?
Yes, I think next week we'll be able to capture all those major activity that I know most user group also have I know M365 is planning an event. Data Feast is also happening. I think there's a series with Power BI with David and Oyiboke. They have this series on Power BI every weekend. So we get all those activity and we shoot it out next month for our viewers. So just get yourself into any of the user group, as we have learned today that you cannot be an island on your own. You need to connect. The way technology is moving, we might not be able to stop the wind. So we also apologize today. Most of our guests could not call in because of network issue, and some have some emergency they need to take charge of. So for me, I say thank you for being with us, and I leave it to David and also Alana. Your last word.
Yeah, just want to say thanks very much, everyone, for joining again today. So hopefully we're going to see you next time. To have a lovely rest of the week and rest of the month.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone.
See you next month. Yeah.